Pete Thorn. Welcome to my studio. I'm here for Vintage King, and specifically to talk about an incredible guitar effect pedal, the Eventide H9. You heard me use it on the song at the beginning of the video, and I'm going to give you a few more musical examples here in just a second. I want to keep this video mostly about music and the sounds that the H9 can do. But first, just a little bit about the pedal. I'm such a huge fan of this thing, I actually have two on my own pedal board. It sounds great, it's incredibly easy to use, it's innovative, and in many ways I just think it's the future. The Factor series of Eventide effects has been out for a number of years. There's the time factor delay, the mod factor, which does all kinds of modulation effects, the space, which is a reverb pedal, and the pitch factor, which does all kinds of pitch shifting effects. So the greatest thing about the H9 is that it can be any one of those. You can run the algorithms from all the Factor series pedals on the H9. This means the H9 can be many types of reverbs, delays, a phaser, a tremolo, a panner. It's just amazing. Anything under the sun that you can dream up, you can do on the H9. So there's two models. The standard H9, which comes loaded with a bunch of algorithms already, and then you can purchase additional ones and load them in as you see fit. And then there's the H9 Core. It's slightly less expensive. It comes stripped down, and you just load it with whatever algorithms that you need. How do you do that? Well, there's a really, really well-designed computer editor for Mac and PC, and also an iOS editor. Looks like this. Got my iPhone dialed up here. Kind of looks like a pedal on the screen there. So my iPhone is actually Bluetoothed up to my H9, and I can easily control sounds and edit them on the screen right here, and then do things like name presets, store presets, make lists of presets, and load them in and out of the unit using the editors. I don't have a lot of time in this video to get into the iOS or computer editor, although I am going to use screenshots and the musical examples from the computer editor so you can see the sounds that I got dialed up. But rest assured, they're really, really well designed, and I think this is one of the greatest things about the H9 is the editing capability via iOS or computer, and just being able to name a preset on my phone using an actual keypad instead of paging through some menu, and then push store, and it's like incredibly easy and fast to use. So it's one of the greatest things about the unit for sure. Okay, let's check out another musical example that I created using the H9. Here we go. So in this example, I used a factory preset called Flutter Wow. It's a tape delay, and it's got one delay going on one side and a different one going on the other side. And you hear when I switch it in, it's just got all kinds of dimension. It just sounds really cool in stereo. So I should mention that it's easy to adjust effects on the H9 itself. It's best to do deep editing, I find, on either the iOS editor or the computer editor. But if you get to a gig and you've got a reverb or something dialed up and the mix is way too wet or the time is way too long or something, you can easily adjust the effect on the H9 and then restore the preset with the adjustments you've made, no problem. In this next example, there's two distinct guitar parts. I'm using on the first part the pitch shifter algorithm. You'll hear the core guitar tone is a fuzz straight up the middle in mono, and then when I switch in the effect it goes wide in stereo and sounds like I'm playing stereo fuzz bass or something all of a sudden. It's really cool. And then the second part features the ultra tap algorithm, which gives the sound this incredible sort of short reverb effect that just makes it really exciting. Okay, here we go. So on this next example, I used two different types of reverb algorithms on two guitar parts. The first and main guitar part features the black hole algorithm, and it's just an incredibly lush, deep, expansive sounding reverb. If you just dial the mix back a bit, it can be a little bit more subtle as well, and that's how I used it in this example. When the second guitar comes in, it's got the shimmer reverb algorithm. Shimmer reverb will give you kind of octave up shifted harmonic sounding things that come in on top of your original guitar part. Kind of hard to describe, but it almost sounds like strings or something. Just lends a really amazing atmosphere to whatever you play, and you can hear it really clearly in the tail right at the end of the piece. Thanks for watching my video on the Eventide H9. You can find out lots more about this unit on the Eventide website. You can also download the editors there for iOS or for your Mac or PC and check those out. And give the guys at Vintage King a call, of course, if you have any questions about the H9. And until next time, I am Pete Thorn. Thanks for watching. See ya.